We have built a powerful voice assistant solution that can take food orders over a phone call, capture the details in real time, and automatically log everything into a Google Sheet. In this quick demonstration, you will see how the assistant handles a complete food order from start to finish, including order items, delivery details, and a full call summary. So let's talk to the assistant.
Hello, thank you for calling Grow Stacks Foods. How can I help you today?
I want to order starters.
Sure, in our starters, some popular options are veggie sliders, onion rings, mozzarella sticks. Would you like to order any of these, or should I read out the complete list of starters?
Could you also tell me the popular desserts?
Of course, our popular desserts include chocolate mousse, cassata, carrot cake, and cheesecake. Would you like to order from these or hear the complete list of desserts?
Tell me the complete list of main course.
Our main course includes veggie burger, $11.99, macaroni and cheese, $10.49, grilled cheese sandwich, $8.99, vegetarian chili, $9.99, veggie lasagna,
Okay, wait.
$12. Take your time. I'm here when you're ready.
I want to order onion rings and cassata.
Okay, one order of onion rings for $6.99 and one cassata for $6.49. That will be $13.48 in total. Should I go ahead and confirm the order?
Yes, please confirm this order.
Great. Could you please share your delivery address and contact number for the order?
Yes, the delivery address is Indore, India, and contact number is 56789
Just a sec. Awesome, your order is confirmed. You'll receive an SMS shortly with all the details. Thank you so much for ordering with Grow Stacks Foods. Have a great day.
Goodbye.
Thank you and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Okay, so as you can see, the meeting has ended, the call has ended, and this should be logged into the Google Sheet. So we'll check the Google Sheet. As you can see, the data has come now in the Google Sheet. 12th May 2025, 4:18 p.m., 4:19 p.m. 1 onion rings and cassata, total price 13.48. Delivery address Indore, India. Call ID and contact number 56789 Call ID so that I can check the call logs later on if I want to. Call summary. So this is the summary of the call just held, and this is the entire transcript. So this is how the details are logging into the Google Sheet. So that's how the voice assistant is working. Let's begin with the explanation. First, I'll walk you through the tools we'll be using, followed by a quick overview of the entire process. This is the tech stack of our automation project. These are the tools we'll be using to build the voice assistant. The first one is VAPI. VAPI is a platform we'll use to create the voice assistant. It allows us to design the assistant's conversational flow, understand customer responses, and manage the entire phone interaction. The next is Make.com. Make.com is an automation platform that enables us to integrate all the different tools and services we are using in this project. Then we have Google Sheets. This is where all the order details from customer calls will be stored automatically. It acts as a live database for tracking customer orders. Next we have is Twilio. Twilio provides the phone number that our voice assistant will use to receive calls. It also connects VAPI to a real phone line so that customer can actually call in and place their orders. Now let's take a look at the VAPI dashboard. This is where we'll create and configure the voice assistant. We'll also set up Twilio credentials within VAPI. These includes the contact info, contact SID, and auth token. Adding these credentials allows the assistant to receive real phone calls through the connected Twilio number. Next, we need to provide the menu to our assistant. To do this, we'll create a menu table, export it as a PDF, and upload it to VAPI. Lastly, we have the order sheet where customer details from each call will be stored in real time. And this is the make scenario where we have integrated all the different platforms. So that was the quick explanation of all the tools we are using, and a high level overview of the entire process will follow to build this voice assistant. Let's move forward and create a voice assistant. First thing first, you'll need to log into a Twilio account. If you already have a Twilio account, go ahead and log in. Otherwise, you can sign up and create a new account. I already have an account, that's why I'm logging into my account. So this is the Twilio dashboard. In the account info, you can see the account SID or token, your Twilio phone number if you have one. The details will be shown in your dashboard. These credentials are important because we'll have to input them into VAPI so that the assistant can receive real calls. To buy a number, go to phone numbers, then manage, and then buy a number. You can see different phone number options, and there is a option to buy, so you can purchase a number after adding your payment details, and that's it. Next, we'll need to go to VAPI dashboard and log into VAPI. I already logged into VAPI, that's why I have opened the dashboard directly. You can go to assistant section and click create assistant. Here you can name your assistant whatever you want. For example, I am naming my assistant first. Once you click on create assistant, your assistant will be created. VAPI generates a basic setup with a hello message and the basic system prompt. You can edit the prompt as well as the first message. The system prompt is crucial. It defines how your assistant behaves. For my assistant, I have included instructions like greet the customer, hello, thank you for calling Gross Tax Food, how can I help you today? So this is the first message that the assistant speaks when it receives the call. I have described the assistant as friendly, helpful and patient. It's designed for a pure vegetarian restaurant trained to take food orders and answer customer inquiries. It detects languages, that is English and Hindi, handles intents like menu inquiries or direct orders, and confirms delivery address and contact number before ending the call. All these instructions are written in the prompt to ensure smooth interaction. I have also uploaded the restaurant menu file as a knowledge source. This is the Google Sheet that I had created with different categories like starters, main course, beverages and desserts, each with prices. I exported this sheet as a PDF and then uploaded it to the VAPI's knowledge base. You can add your file by clicking on add a new file, and then you can add a file whatever you want. I uploaded it to VAPI's knowledge base so that the assistant can refer to it when customer asks about the menu items or prices. I also created another sheet in the same spreadsheet that is for order placed. It includes fields like date, contact number, order items, total price, delivery address, call ID and transcript. This is where make.com sends the data from VAPI after every call. For voice configurations, I have used provider as 11 Labs and Voice Sara. The model I am using is 11 multilingual view so that the assistant can talk in both English and Hindi. You can choose any model that fits your needs. This 11 multilingual V2 provides 29 different languages that the assistant can detect and talk in. Then I created different tools in VAPI. You can go to the tools section in the menu and create new tools. I have created two tools. The first one is order details tool and the second one is end call tool. So you can see the order details tool. It contains an array containing the names and prices of the items ordered by the customer along with their contact number and delivery address. I have created different parameters in this particular order details tool. The first parameter is item price, in which the description I have given is the price of the food item the user wants to order, and the next parameter is item names, the item name of the food item corresponding to the price, The other one is contact number, the contact number of the customer. Next one is delivery address, the delivery address of the customer. These are the parameters stored in this particular tool, that is the order details tool. I have put the server URL, that is the webhook URL. This webhook is placed in make.com. You can see this is the webhook. You just need to copy the address and then put it in the server settings, so the details stored in this tool can be sent to this webhook URL in the make.com. So this is the configurations I did in the order details tool. The other tool that I had created is the end call tool. This end call tool is a simple tool that just end the call when the conversation ends. The order detail tool was a function tool. When you will click on create tool, you will see function tool option. You can just click on function tool and create a new function tool. You can name tool whatever you want, give it a description, add different parameters, add server URL, and that's it. Your tool will be created. So the order detail tool stores the food item names, their prices, the customer contact number, and the delivery address. It's a function tool where you must define parameters and write a clear description. Whereas the end call tool simply ends the call politely. No parameters are needed, just a basic description. Inside the system prompt, I included these instructions to use the order detail tool when the customer places an order. As you can see, use the order item function call to store all the information in the Google Sheet. I added these tools in this tool configuration section in my assistant. As you can see, there are different tools created in the VAPI. So whichever tool you want to use, you can select those tools here. I have selected order details and end calls tool. So these tools will be added to my voice assistant. And lastly, in the messaging section, I have configured the webhook URL. As you can see, I have put the same webhook URL here also, so that the end of call report can go to the same webhook when the call ends. I have selected server message as end of call report. There are different server messages that can go to whatever URL you are adding in the configuration. I just want the summary and the transcript. That's why I have added end of call report. This allows us to capture every detail, order, customer info, call ID, and transcript and store it in our Google Sheet. That's how I configured the assistant from start to end to take restaurant orders through voice calls. Now I am going to explain the configurations I have set up in my make.com scenario. To begin with, I have added a custom webhook module. I have copied the webhook address and pasted it into VAPI. This is where the assistant sends the data during and after the call. The webhook acts as the trigger for the entire scenario. You can add the webhook module by adding a module. You can search for webhook if it is not showing in the list, and you can add a custom webhook. You can name the webhook whatever you want, and then you'll have your webhook. Next, I use the search row module for Google Sheet. I selected the appropriate spreadsheet. As you can see, the spreadsheet is named as restaurant menu. I have selected the same spreadsheet, and in that particular sheet, I have selected the sheet name as order placed because my spreadsheet contains two different sheets. And then I have applied a filter to check if the call ID coming from the webhook already exists in any row of the sheet. If the row exists with the same call ID, it means the order was already initiated earlier in the conversation, and we are now receiving the end of call data, summary, and transcript. If there is no match, it means it's a new order. The scenario then branches into two paths. If the call ID doesn't exist in the sheet, that is, the search bundle is 0, it goes down the first route and adds a new row with the order details. As you can see, I have selected the spreadsheet sheet name. I have formatted the date as DDMMYYHHMM format. That means date, month, year, hours, and minutes. Then the next thing I have added is contact number coming from the webhook, order items coming from the webhook, total price coming from the webhook, and delivery address coming from the webhook, and message call ID which is coming from the webhook. These details come during the call, that's why it is going in the first route since the call is not over yet. If the call ID is found, it goes down to the second root and updates that row with particular summary and transcript associated with that call ID. As you can see, I have put message summary in the summary column and transcript in the transcript column. This ensures every call is identified by its unique call ID and is handled correctly without getting mixed up. So now I will show you how I have added the add a row Google Sheet module and update a row Google Sheet module. The way we were searching for webbook, you can search for Google Sheet, and there are different modules provided by Google Sheet. Here you can use add a row module, and then you can select drive spreadsheet. I am selecting the restaurant order spreadsheet, restaurant menu spreadsheet, and you can put all the configurations here. As you can see, all the columns with their headers are shown here, so you can add the mappings to each column. That's how I have added the Google Sheet module, and I'll show you how I have added the update a row module. Same way, you can go to Google Sheets and click on update a row module, select your spreadsheet ID. So as you can see, I have selected the same spreadsheet, the sheet name, row number. The row number will be coming from the search row module if it is found in the module. So you can see the mappings of search row module has come here. The row number will map the row number here so that it stores summary and transcript in that particular row number, which is found in the Google spreadsheet that already exists. Then you can simply add the summary. As you can see in the end of call report, the summary comes. You can add the summary and the transcript, and this is the transcript, so I have added the transcript. Same way you can do the mappings for all the modules in make.com. One thing I would like to mention, the date doesn't come from the webhook. That's why I'm using the format date function, so that I can format the date of now, which is the current date whenever the details are coming to the webhook during the call, into DDMMYY format. Also, I am storing the unique call ID. Also, I am logging the unique call ID in the Google Sheet, so that whenever I want to check the call details, I can check it in the VAPI call logs. One more important note, I have activated the scenario to run immediately when the data arrives. This means the webhook is always listening and doesn't require manual execution. As you can see, the scenario is not activated now. I have deactivated the scenario. You can just click on this button and schedule the settings to immediately and then save it. So now your scenario will receive the information whenever it triggers and whenever the VAPI voice assistant receives a call. You just need to save the scenario. You can click on this button and save your scenario. Otherwise, all the progress you made in building the scenario will be vanished. Moving on, to connect your phone number to VAPI, you need to go to phone numbers, and you can add a phone number. You can click on create phone number, import Twilio. You can put the Twilio phone number here, Twilio account SID which I had shown you. So as you can see, this is the account SID, auth token and Twilio phone number. You need to put these details in the phone number, Twilio account SID and Twilio auth token, so that the assistant receives the real-time phone calls. So as I have demonstrated in the beginning that how the voice assistant works, I would like to show you the history runs of that voice assistant. As you can see, the time is 4:18 and 4:19. 4:18 is when it received the details during the call. As you can see, when the webhook have received some data, that is tool calls, the tool call and the data function, order details, arguments, item name, onion rings in cassata, contact number, delivery address, and item price. So then it had gone to first root and added a row in the spreadsheet. And we'll go back to history and check another run that was on 419, because the data in the webhook was the end of call report that contains the transcript and the summary. So that's why, to log this into the Google Sheet, we can see that in the search row module it had searched the row for the same call ID and the row number was 2. So that's why the total number of bundle was equal to 1, and it had gone to the second root and updated the row in the Google Sheet. So that's how this automation is working. The webhook here received the call transcript and summary, and everything was handled correctly by the automation. This voice assistant isn't just limited to taking food orders. Once it's set up, you can tweak it for other use cases too, like handling table reservations, answering FAQs, or collecting customer feedbacks without human involvement. If this restaurant automation got your gears turning, you're going to love what's coming next. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, please hit the like button and drop a comment if you have any questions. Implement what you have learned, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep automating, keep growing.